Hello, this is Brian Wells from the Department of Quantitative Health Sciences at the Cleveland Clinic, and I'm going to demonstrate a new tool that we've created called the Risk Calculator Constructor. This tool allows you to generate an easy-to-use risk calculator from almost any regression equation. You can access this tool by going to our website, which is clinicriskcalculators.org. Go ahead and click on this link here in the center of the screen. And this brings you to a list of risk calculators that have been created in our department and are in publication. And there's also a link here at the top of the screen to make your own. When you click on the Make Your Own link, it brings you here where there's an opportunity inside the blue box to register, a one-time registration, or to log in and create or edit risk calculators that you've created in the past. I'll go ahead and log in with my username and password. And this brings you to a list of risk calculators that you've created in the past, and also gives you an opportunity to create a new calculator, which I will click on right now. The new calculator form allows you to give the calculator a nickname, contact name, email, and you can either add predictor variables one at a time, or what we will typically do is create a risk calculator from a regression equation that we've taken from a model fit in the statistical package R, which I'll demonstrate right now. So if I go ahead and switch over to R, I'll show you a hypothetical data set that I created called mi.dat. This data set is predicting survival patients who have suffered a myocardial infarction. I just have a few simple variables like age, race, gender, smoking, cholesterol level, whether or not the patient survived, and the amount of time that they were followed. And you might make a simple regression equation like this one, which is a CPH or Cox model that was created using the design library. And I've got a very simple regression equation here without splines or any transformations. We just have age, race, smoking, and cholesterol in the model. And then using a function that we created called pred.eq for equation, pred.equ. This simple function was created using two functions in Harold's design library, SAS code and function. And if you give pred.eq just a model fit, in this case the CPH model we just created, and a time to follow up, in this case 3,650 days, let's say, it actually will go ahead and obtain the regression equation from that CPH model, and also gives the baseline incidence of survival for this data set over that time frame. And now if we just simply highlight this regression equation in R and take that back to our risk calculator constructor, we can paste that equation into the equation box here, like so. And then I want to specify that this equation is actually a Cox regression. And in the box above, I should go ahead and give a name to the outcome. In this case, it'll be predicted 10-year survival, like so. And then I also need to go back to R and obtain the base incidence from the function. So back in R, I highlight this base and bring that back to the risk calculator constructor, plug it into this box here, like so. And the calculator gives you an opportunity to put a restriction on the results. In this case, I'll leave it the preset values of returning a result between 1 and 99%. I'll save changes and construct the calculator. And you can see here that the risk calculator constructor recognized variables from the regression equation. So it recognized that there was a variable named age, that this was a continuous variable. It gives us the opportunity now to put some limits on this variable to prevent the user from putting in extreme values. So we'll plug in some limits on age here, let's say from 20 to 80. It recognized that race is a categorical variable, and it recognized that some of the categories were Asian Pacific, Caucasian, and Hispanic. It was not able to recognize the base category, which is African American in this case, because that name was not actually in the equation. So we need to click on Add Category and specify African American here in these boxes. The first column is for the actual name of the category in the regression equation. The first column needs to match exactly with the categories in the equation. In this case, since African American is the baseline category, that's not important. And then it gives you the opportunity to provide a short description in the second column. This is actually what the user will see when they use the calculator. The risk calculator constructor recognized that smoking was a dichotomous categorical variable, so it simply provided us with a checkbox so that the user can, if they check that box, it means yes, that they are a smoker. If you uncheck it, it means you're not. You could make this a categorical variable if you so chose and add an extra category there for no. We'll just leave it like it is. And then it recognized that cholesterol is also a continuous variable, and I'll put some limits on cholesterol, let's say between 50 and 1,000 for total cholesterol. Come down, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on Save Changes and construct the calculator. And it saved what we did previously, and I scroll way down to the bottom of the screen. It shows us what equation it is using to create this calculator, and then it shows an example of what the calculator might look like. These calculators can be accessed with BlackBerry, and that shows you what the screen would look like on a BlackBerry. And if I scroll down there, it actually shows what the calculator will look like on a full computer screen, and I can show you an example here. If we plug in a hypothetical patient, say who's 55 years old, we'll make them Caucasian, say that they're a smoker, and give this individual a total cholesterol value of 225. If I click on Calculate, it spits out a predicted 10-year survival. In this case, it says this patient has a 41% chance of surviving for the next 10 years. In addition to demonstrating the calculator here, it also provides a link where you can actually access the calculator. You have an opportunity to email the link directly from our website, or to actually cut and paste the actual URL into your web browser. And I'll go ahead and click on that link here just to demonstrate this. And there it is. There's our new calculator on its own web page, which is hosted on our website. For our calculators, we also provide the citation for where it has been published in the literature, and of course there's always contact information at the bottom if you so choose, for people to let you know if there are issues with the calculator. So that's a simple way to make a risk calculator using our risk calculator constructor from a regression equation in R. We plan to make some further videos that will demonstrate some more complicated functions with this calculator. So I'd just like to take a moment to thank our team, and if you would like more information, there are a couple email addresses at the bottom of the screen to contact us. Thank you.